You could just pour salt on a fire, no water. And some fires, you know, it takes a lot of water to put them out. But and then it makes the fire spread, because if it's an oil fire, the water pushes the oil, and it's still on fire, and it just floats on top of the water and just splashes everywhere, goes every which way. But you could pour salt on a fire and that'll put it out. So there you have an idea for putting out fires with salt water from the ocean. California wildfires. There you go. You can combat your Jewish lasers with salt water. But they need to learn how to. I mean, we got to figure out how to recycle or purify ocean water and turn it into clean fresh water without it costing, the cost being outrageous, because they've got a water shortage and they're using a lot of water because to grow almonds in California. Almonds are a big money maker. Who knew? I thought California was all about wine, grapes, as far as the crop. Then you find out that they have cows in California, which I can't imagine. I've been to California, and a lot of places in California is desert. In between cities, like around, in the city they got grass that they planted. See, we don't plant grass out east. It just grows on its own. But they plant grass in California, Arizona, some of these cities out west, where they just have dirt and sand and tumbleweed. But I digress. Lo and behold, it's time for another break. And we are going to talk about something else besides nonsense. When we come back, don't go away.
You're listening to a man who's almost intelligent, very close. Welcome back to Probably Offensive. One hell of a show. Yeah.
Welcome back. Before I get off on a tangent, which I seem to always do, I start talking about one thing and I end up talking about something else. I have to try to go back to it. Try to get myself back to what I was talking about, how it relates. The tangent relates to what I was talking about in the first place. But let's go to sports. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. They've won the NBA Finals, the championship in basketball. So the Milwaukee Bucks are the champions. Giannis Antetokounmpo is the star player for the Bucks. You may have heard of him. They call him the Greek Freak. This is a real cool name to have, I guess, if you're from Greece. He's from Greece, although he is a black guy. He is black. His family raised him in Greece. I don't know what his backstory is and how he ended up in Greece, but where his parents are from. But he is. I was going to call him an African American, but he's not from America. A Greek American, or an African Grecian. He's not. He is American now because he lives here. He lives in Milwaukee, and those guys are very proud of him, Giannis. But the Milwaukee Bucks have won the championship. So congratulations to Milwaukee Bucks. It's been 50 years since they won the championship. I think it's only the second championship they've ever won in the history of the franchise. The first championship they won with a guy named Lou Alcindor. For those of you who don't know who Lou Alcindor is, he changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I do believe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a Muslim, and that's why he changes his name. I wonder why he changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know, most Muslims change their name to Muhammad something. Something Muhammad or Muhammad something. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I'm just saying that's been my experience with people who change their name for religious purposes that are Muslims. They change their name to Muhammad something. Either their first name is Muhammad, like Muhammad Ali. His name was Cassius Clay before he changed it. When he become Muslim, he changed it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, his name was Lou Alcindor. So he changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It just seems funny to me that you would change your name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's not funny at all, but it sounds funny to me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But, if my name was Lou, I wouldn't, if somebody suggested maybe you should change your name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I would think they were kidding. I would be like, what? Why? Why would I do that? My name is Lou, buddy. My name is Lou, baby. Lou Alcindor. You ever heard anybody named Alcindor? Their last name? His last name was Alcindor. That's a pretty cool name, actually. I like Alcindor. How about Johnny Alcindor? Tommy Alcindor? Mikey Alcindor? Mikey Alcindor? Frank Alcindor? Any first name, just a typical first name sounds good with Alcindor. Lou Alcindor. Oh no, I don't think I would have changed my name if I was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't know why that's funny all of a sudden to me. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Your name was Alcindor. That's probably a cool name to have, man. I know. Yeah, I've been told the reasons why they changed their name. I just don't remember what they are right now. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. If you've heard it for years, it's no big deal. But when I'm just saying, I imagine the first time anyone heard that, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I'd be like, man, are you kidding me? That's his name for real? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Abdul-Jabbar. Jabbar. It sounds like a cartoon. It don't sound like real. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's name was Lou Alcindor when he played for the Milwaukee Bucks and they won the championship. That was before he went to the Lakers. He changed his name subsequently when he went to the Lakers to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. His name was Lou Alcindor when he played for the Bucks and they won the championship. That was 50 years ago. Ironically, Giannis Antetokounmpo scored 50 points in the game that decided, the final game that they played for the championship. Giannis scored 50 points. So here I have an idea. He should get 50-50 on a t-shirt. Milwaukee Bucks world champions 50-50. Like it was a 50-50 chance. But the 50-50 stands for 50 points and 50 years. It took us to win another championship. So the people in Milwaukee are very happy. Giannis very happy. Lou Alcindor probably really happy. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar not so much. All right, the Olympics is going on. For those of you who don't know, the Olympics are happening right now. The Olympics are happening right now, which I've seen highlights of the Olympics. The Olympics are over in Japan, and it seems weird because there's no fans in the stands, and so they are playing the games, and they're going through the Olympics, but it don't really seem that exciting without any fans, and they've not made a big deal out of the Olympics like they usually do because of COVID and the fact that Japan is less vaccinated than America, so they have a lot more COVID cases right now than we do in the U.S. So the Olympics are happening. They are going on. For those of you who didn't know that the Olympics are going on, the Olympics are going on. Moving on from sports and back to entertainment, or let's move on to entertainment, not back to it, but there are two idiots, Matt Gaetz, the congressman, and the other idiot, what's her name? Marjorie Greene. Almost forgot her name. Traveling the country right now. They're fundraising, and from what's been reported, they're not making any money or getting enough donations to even break even on the money that they spent traveling around and setting up venues, because it's not just traveling around, it is setting up venues, meaning they gotta lease, they gotta get the space to have these speeches, and then they gotta, give us a speech and tell people, yeah, donate money. Now, as individuals, they both, have collected a lot of money in donations, but together, traveling around, they don't seem to be doing the job. They don't seem to be making anything or getting a lot of donations as they thought they were going to. But, I hear Matt Gaetz out there talking about Britney Spears, and that's really what I was getting at. Britney Spears. Let me see how old. See if I can get Google to tell us. How old is Britney Spears?
39 years old.
Britney Spears, who is 39 years old. And by the way, she's a good-looking woman still. She is a good-looking young lady. Britney Spears, who's 39 years old, is trying to regain control of her life, control of her finances. Her father controls her finances, and she's also not allowed to have a baby. She's got been forced to take birth control. She's not allowed to have a baby. And Britney's trying to regain control of her life, trying to get the control back, because she had some episodes, and it's not just the episode where she cut all her hair off. She was bald for about 2 seconds. I guess her hair, a woman's hair usually grows pretty thick and fast. But anyway, Britney's been trying to regain control of her life, and for some reason Matt Gaetz has mentioned Britney Spears a couple of times on the campaign, or not the campaign trail, but the fundraising trail. Him and Marjorie Taylor